It's the Don't Make It Weird podcast with your hosts, Daniel and Dina Soros.
Oh, hello there, guys. Welcome to the Don't Make It Weird podcast. Don't mind me. I'm just Daniel Quigley. I'm one of the co-hosts. I'm dancing. I hope you guys will dance with me. And, you know, we're back after a little short hiatus. And, guys, it's going to be a good day today because the Don't Make It Weird podcast is your writing, storytelling, comedy podcast for the writing community, by the writing community. But, guys, I'm not who you're here to see. I'm not the star of this show. I'm just a guy. I'm joined, as always, by the waffle-stomping whippersnapper who wakes the winter wolf, Dina Soros.
For fuck's sake, I swear, hold on. No.
Dina!
No, we're redoing
Dina
this
Soros!
shit. No! Because I didn't.
Dina
Soros!
Dina Soros, everybody!
So, okay. Wait.
Dina
I
Soros.
So, I was practicing back there because I have a plug because I have a heater on my back. And I was gonna like roll in and be like plugged in and ready to go. But then I hit my nose, so I like jumped. And like I rolled over the rug, so then I got stuck on the rug. And I hate when things touch my nose, and I forgot that. So here we are.
I love that.
Yeah,
Thanks.
I love that journey
Dina's
for you,
my
Dina.
nap.
Dina, how are we doing today? You look like you got a sweet beanie on. You got some sweet earrings on. You're looking fabulous, as always.
Yeah, it's cold as fuck in Florida right now. Cold as fuck,
Yeah,
boy.
okay. Cool. So Dina, what's the degrees? Like, what's the temperature like in Florida right now?
It's 50 with a wind chill of freeze your ass off.
Yeah. Hey, Sean, how much snow did Buffalo get today?
I think it was 7 feet last time I checked.
7 feet
They
of snow.
got snow?
Dina. Like literally taller than like you on my shoulders.
Yo, New Year's is gonna be like rough for them this year.
Yeah,
Everybody out in
buddy,
Times
but you
Square.
know,
Well, the real New Year.
but you know who just moved to the States just in time to deal with a good old-fashioned American winter? Guys, we're bringing back one of our absolute favorites. Our guest this week is no stranger to the show. He's one of our best friends, a self-proclaimed fanatic of the fantastical, and the author of the RUNE CASTER Chronicles series. Find out what Nathan and Sabine have been up to in Winter's Wolf, the third and newest installment, available now, John Ortega.
346 minutes later.
Welcome back to the show, buddy.
Hey guys, thank you for having me.
I just want to be clear. This was the traditional Puerto Rican pronunciation of your last name. Is that correct?
Yes, Dina has taught you well.
Yeah, they say John and everything there in like a super white voice too. John.
John.
Just like that.
John Ortega.
Yeah.
No,
Wait,
John.
I was watching
Yeah,
I was
sorry,
watching
go on.
Raising Hope the other day. I don't know if you guys have seen that. But
Love that show.
at one point, yeah, so like the it's Virginia's boss. She always has Jimmy speak Spanish because he says it so funny, and he says, "Mi llama es Jimmy." It's fucking hilarious every time. I love it.
Hola, Rosa. Mi lamo es Jimmy.
I do love that. So, John, what is the most white boy American Spanish word you've ever heard someone say?
White boy, American.
Like the most white version of a Spanish word that you've ever like seen or heard in person.
It's gonna say nochi.
I guess because they think the meaning is something different. But
Mhm.
I heard it the other day with the kids around. They were trying to learn cussing in Spanish, and they were like, "Oh, I know a cuss word," and I was like, "Okay, sure. What is it?" "Oh, it's pendejo," and I'm like, "Okay."
Pendejo.
Dude, this reminds
And
me. I'm sorry. Hold on. I have to say this because it's like so reminiscent of something that happened to us when we were kids. Our buddy Jason like became friends with like the Spanish speaking crew in PE class or something, or he thought he was friends with them, and he was like, they even gave me like an affectionate nickname. What is it? And he was like, Vendy who, and we were like, are you sure they're not saying pendejo? And he's like, yeah, that's it. And we were like, oh, buddy.
Oh, no.
Dude, that used to be our thing. We would just go up to him and be like, hey, Vendehu. Oh, fuck, man.
But it was so cute and hilarious at the same time because they thought it meant fucker. And I'm like, no, that you're like, you're not even
Whatever
in
you
the
say.
parking lot of the ballpark. Like, you're way off. And they go like, oh, yes, I know. Like, no, I can tell you for a fact, no. And I'm literally sitting there. And I'm like, am I really having this conversation with a 13-year-old?
Yes.
Probably.
Yes,
yeah.
sir, you are.
Don't they
And
have
guys,
to
if
take
you've been
Spanish
here-
as like an elective in high school still?
Yeah, apparently they still do because I'm getting texts like, hey, what does this mean? And I'm like, really?
Oh, Lord.
They don't teach you the fun words in those classes, though, Dina.
No.
Yep.
I was at a
And guys,
private
if you've been
school and they
hearing
still
a
do.
fourth voice in here, that's because we have another member of this crew, and I'd be remiss not to introduce him, guys. And I must admit, I can't explain any of the menu options racing through my brain. It's true, but baby, he'll cook it for you. All right, there's something wrong with this liver. The food's here. Parents have not got a clue. Baby producer Sean will cook it for you. Ayoo! Producer Sean, everybody.
I appreciate the extra effort there, buddy, with no voice left to be heard.
Yeah, I'm giving it all in for the intro, guys. You're going to have to carry the rest of the show.
Yeah, in case the audience is wondering, Daniel has been very sick this week and is losing his voice. So
Very true. And
It's
Dina
monkey
call
has
in
been
Bert the Terp.
and Dina's been a picture of pure good health.
And all he'll say the whole time is butter.
I'll just be like,
Yeah, that's it. This
Yep.
right here.
yeah. Oh man, but guys, I'm so excited to have you back on the show, John. And I need to take this opportunity because since the last time you were on here, you traveled down to Georgia, is that right? And you got to meet someone while in Georgia. Is that
Nobody special.
Yeah, I just went over to this like
Hear that? He said had
fried
to.
chicken place and just out of nowhere this like life-size Wookiee comes out of me and like hugs me and I'm like, stranger danger, stranger danger.
What the hell?
and listen, I'm glad that you brought that up because I'm hoping that you can clear up a serious misconception that's been plaguing this show for well over a year, John.
Oh God.
And that is about the quality of my hugs. John, we shared an intimate moment, did we not, sir?
It was 911
A
inducing,
moment.
but yeah.
You can be honest, buddy. It's okay.
Tell the folks that I give good quality hugs, sir.
I am of my own free will and sound of mind can testify that gives very big hugs. He gives
Big
them
hugs.
very, very well.
Big, mucho hugs.
Huggo.
Abrazo,
Hug-
mucho
huggo.
abrazo.
Mucho agrasso.
We're gonna have to confirm with our translators on that one. The jury's out. We're not really sure how John feels about it. Anyway, let's talk about our drinking games tonight. We're playing our normal buzzword game where specific words will trigger a buzzer. And if you hear that, that means it's time to drink. Also, we are playing Buffalo. Everyone here is right-handed, which means we have to drink with our left hands only. If we catch anyone drinking with their right hand, we'll buffalo them and they have to finish their drink.
Perfect. John, what does a buffalo sound like?
Oh my God.
Mm.
Just like that. Good job. Woo!
I don't know. We
Perfect.
never see one around here, so I couldn't tell you what they sound like.
Yeah, never.
Not the native Californian buffalo.
I'm an island hink from Puerto Rico, so we don't got buffaloes there. We got cows, so that's what you got.
There you go.
Fair. Oh, that's fair. Yeah, no, I'm with you on that, man. So yeah, guys, we're excited. We got a lot to get into on this one. John, do you think you could tease the audience a little bit? I heard you have a special story time for us. Can you give them a little tickle, a little shock paddle to the nipples, if you will? Maybe a little hot
What the
wax.
fuck?
What
Yeah,
the
what?
hell?
That was so extreme, Daniel.
What? People like wax. Hot wax on the nips.
Oh my God, I didn't hear hot wax.
I thought you said hot wires on the nipples, like you were shot.
No, I
heard
started at
paddle
shot
to the
paddles.
nipple.
Yeah, I had.
Well, that's where it
paddle to the
started.
nipple.
So it started with paddles to the nipple, and then the hot wax is what finishes the nipples.
So basically,
Are you sure
Kendall
your mom
style,
was a
you
sex
will not
therapist?
have any nipples left.
Definitely won't have any nipple hair left after that.
No
yeah.
nipple hair at all.
And you'll be a virgin again. Because
Yeah, that's how it
Magic.
works. That's how
Okay.
anatomy works.
Yeah, if you burn off your nipples, okay, I'm with
Yeah.
you. Yeah,
That's how you reclaim
Audience,
your
please
virginity.
don't try that.
Yeah, this is not a doctor.
Doctor, please don't listen to our advice.
not an MD. Nope, not at all.
So about that story tease, John.
So I've been banned for life and forbidden from getting anywhere near Halloween decorations under the threat of
Love
my
that
own
journey for
life.
you.
I can't
Wow,
wait to find out
okay,
what you did
yeah.
to those decorations, buddy.
This week on our Christmas episode.
It definitely did have anything to do with burnt nipples.
Oh, no.
We don't know yet. No context, John.
Yeah.
Nope.
Save it for
That's
story
fair.
time.
Mm.
Yep, no, that's fair. So guys, a little backstory before we get into our game segment. You know, we've been friends with John for over a year now. We DM all the time, you know, send each other Jar Jar pictures, things
Slide
like
right in.
that. Yep, just slide right into those DMs. And one of John's greatest talents is that he is the master of just sneezing and putting out the like perfect like book pitch of a
I
story.
thought you were being literal.
I mean, I haven't seen him sneeze yet. I just assume this is what happens because he's just like, oh
Okay.
yeah, you know,
Like
I
a whole
had
story
a-
outline appears when he sneezes. Is that what you're saying?
That's his magic power. Yeah, no, because like he'll just be sitting there, he's like, yeah, man, yesterday I just came up with this book idea. I'm like, oh, cool, like tell it to me. And then he shoots out this paragraph that's a perfectly professional
Yeah.
like book pitch. That like I'm like, dude, you just had this concept yesterday. How are you already ready to query this damn story, dude?
Do you keep everything like on paper too? Like,
I have a folder on my Google Drive where I keep all of those mini blurbs that I sometimes send you guys. But it's like it keeps going and it keeps going and it keeps going. It's up to 30, I think, right now.
Well, that's
I
perfect, buddy, because you're
cannot-
gonna
I need supervision.
Sorry.
I cannot be like left alone.
I understand. Same.
I'm so
And so,
here.
guys, and so we've played this game once before, but John is a master of the book pitch. And so, Sean, tell us what we're going to play, man.
We're bringing back Pitch a Story. I'm going to give you guys 2 randomly generated nouns and a randomly generated verb. You'll have 30 seconds to pitch us a story that contains all 3 of those words in the pitch. And we'll go around in a circle, starting with our guest, John. Let me just get 30 seconds on the clock here and get some random words for us. And we'll get going.
Let's do it.
all
right, Mr. Ortega.
Together.
Mm-hmm.
Your words are... Actually, these
Come
words
on.
will be for everybody in this round, so everyone will use the same 3 words. Satisfaction, poet, and deposit. All right,
John,
John.
you-
Satisfaction,
Just
poet, and deposit. 30 seconds on the clock starts right now.
Mario thought that the only thing he had to worry about was depositing his check on with the teller. But what did he know? That he just saw the greatest poet alive, Mr. Fuck. I lost the name. I'm so bad. Mr. Fuck, which brought immense satisfaction to himself because he knew.
That was dumb. The name got you.
Yeah, the names always get to me. Like
I thought you were going to say
As-
Mick Jagger for a second.
as every writer knows, names get to you.
All right, Daniel, are you ready, buddy?
Yep. Just one more time. It's poet, satisfaction, and deposit.
is
right?
the verb. Yes.
Yeah.
All right, 30 seconds on the clock starts now.
Little did Jaime know that despite being a great poet who knows it and shows it, that he was lacking satisfaction in his life. He could get no traction. He always was looking for action. But when Jezebel came across his door with her giant butt crack and her stripper heritage, he was looking to deposit one final envelope in her cave. Coming this winter, we have
God damn it, Daniel.
a poet's duty.
Guys,
Wow.
I literally had almost the exact same style story already written down that Daniel just did.
Well, here's the thing. As the
Bless.
third person to go, you have the benefit of extra time to think of something, but that doesn't mean that someone else can't steal ideas out of your head, right? So,
You know what? Mine's going to be better. It's fine.
all right,
Yeah,
Dina.
I'm ready for you. Yeah.
The words are satisfaction, poet, and deposit. Your time starts now.
Little did the sex-addicted poet Mick Jagger know that his final deposit of satisfaction would be with Lady Antebellum. I don't know. On the fateful night before her murder. Dun dun dun. Ooh. He embarks to go solve the mystery of her death and find her killer while trying to defeat his sex addiction.
Wow.
Yeah,
All right.
got it.
I mean, okay, I love this concept because it's like,
You had
Mick-
me at sex
Mick,
addict.
they're-
2 words in, baby.
Mick, we have to go to the crime scene and check it out. Not before I finish banging this prostitute, we won't.
The Mick Jagger thing was because of the song Satisfaction, you guys.
Yeah, I
It's
know.
a Rolling Stones song.
I didn't get that, but I would also like the audience to know
No,
that I know
it's
that
from the
Lady
50s.
Antebellum is not just a woman, that it's a whole band, and I had that.
No, but in this
Argument
case,
once
it
in
is.
a-
Yeah,
embarrass
so now
myself.
Mick Jagger is banging the entire band. I mean, you know.
named-
It's a polyamorous thing.
Listen, Dina's story was the most fleshed out and had the best arc out of anybody's. So I'm giving it to
Yeah.
Dina in this round, you guys.
Oh, I rhymed, sir.
You did
I
rhyme.
rhymed.
But there was no story in there. It was like you laid the groundwork for a couple characters, but there was nothing happened in this story.
I
what
had
I'm
like
saying?
a Paul
That's fair.
Blart meets like,
Yeah.
oh shit, what's Christopher Flory's name? Character.
Christopher Walken.
Dodge.
No, isn't
Paul
it Paul
Dodge.
Dodge? Yeah, his
Paul
Paul
Dodge.
Dodge
I had like a
series.
Paul Dodge vibe
Mhm.
and like a Paul Blart going on. Mall cop.
So
Let's go.
Paul Dodge, then. You can
Paul
take
Dodge,
the name
yeah.
from either of them. Yeah, there you go. All right, new words. John,
Yeah.
the next word. Oh, this is going to be interesting because this verb could be used.
Wait.
different
Why is
ways.
John going first?
Are we
going
gonna-
to me go?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
let's,
gonna rotate.
let's rotate it. Yeah, let's rotate it.
Okay.
So John will go last this time.
All right.
Daniel will go first. The words are thing, instruction, and this is a fun one. It's either tear or tear because they're both spelled the same way. I guess tear
All right.
because that's the verb. Yeah, so it's tear.
All right. So one more time. What are they? It's tear.
Thing, instruction, tear. All right, you have 30
All right.
seconds starting now.
Coming this fall, we have the book for men everywhere. It's called Instructions Not Clear, Penis Stuck in Toaster. And this is a story that I think everyone can relate to because who hasn't had to tear their penis out of a toaster after receiving instructions from one of their friends? It's a thing that happens to all men. And so my handy self-help guide is going to help all men who receive clear instructions from their partner and end up with their penis inside a toaster.
Clear, concise, covered all the words. Dina, it's your turn. The words are thing, instruction, and tear, and I can't wait for your next murder mystery plot to unfold.
Fuck,
Here we go.
Sean.
30 seconds on the clock starts now.
If you ever wondered what thing happens to people when they don't follow instructions in this horror thriller, we'll find out today as the serial killer tears at people's flesh and eats them. Nom nom.
Num
Oh
num.
my god.
That's the title of the book is Num Nums.
Num nums.
Num nums.
Horror murder thriller.
All right.
Yeah.
Can't wait to check that one out. Num Nums is a great title for a horror thriller.
It really
by the
is.
way.
Num num.
Sean, can you quickly look up if there's any book titled Num Nums?
Sure.
Like, I feel like someone has to have gotten.
Num
that
Nums
idea.
or
It's
Nom
the-
Noms?
It's the internet.
Uh,
You know that if you put num-nums,
Oh,
what's going
well, I
to
mean,
happen?
Okay, so like, I just am reminded of this because my daughter loved these toys when she was much younger, but there was toys called Num Noms
Oh,
that were like a knockoff of, what was that other thing? It was like these little
Pokemon?
desserts, tiny desserts and stuff. What
Like
were they called, Kelly?
the dessert version
here.
of the Cabbage Patch?
Sweetums or what were those toys
'Cause
called?
that's all I'm getting.
The tiny desserts. I don't remember. There were characters based on little desserts, and there's
The
other
strawberry
art books
shortcake?
called Num Noms. No, it's not strawberry shortcake. It's hold on. Toys based on
it's gonna
tiny
bother
desserts.
Sean now.
Yeah, and I'm going to be like, of course, that's what it's called. Shopkins. That's what they're called.
Shopkins? What the fuck?
Yeah, you missed that wave, buddy. You're going to have your own with your daughter.
No. Okay.
Yeah, Num Noms is a thing, so you might have to rethink the title. We might have to workshop some stuff, Dina.
All right.
We'll
We'll
work
work,
on
yeah.
that.
We'll work on that. Yeah.
Copyright and all that.
All right, so John, just a reminder, your words are thing, instruction, and tear. 30 seconds on the clock starts right now.
Coming this Halloween to a bookstore near you, the instruction manual for a thing. If you want to tear people's limbs off, shapeshift them into the cold Arctic, or just make them fall into tears, just stay away from fire. You will need the instruction manual for the thing.
Oh, shit.
$10.99.
Alright.
Plus
There's a
shipping
price in
and
there
handling.
too. I
Price
like
on the
that.
end.
I like that.
$10.99 plus shipping and handling.
Set the expectations early. Man, the thing is, I really liked Daniel's because it worked really well, and it's an inside joke for the show and for us. And everyone used all the words and properly. I mean, the whole instruction manual thing, though, you guys both used it. And so I feel like Dina's the only one that was unique in this
No.
round.
No! This is bullshit!
No, I'm giving it to Daniel. I really like Daniel.
Yes!
God damn it.
It was totally on brand.
I celebrated
Special
early.
shout out to John for using both tear and tears.
That
which
was actually.
he should get a bonus
that was
point for
clever.
that. All right, Dina, we're gonna do a third one with you in the number one position here. Here we go. Your nouns are affair, product, and the verb is drive.
Wait, you said affair, like,
Like you're having an affair.
okay.
Product and drive. 30 seconds on the clock starts now.
Ladies and gentlemen, you should never treat your significant other like a product, or it may drive them to an affair, in which case can also lead to murder. So find out what happened to Mr. and Mrs. Jezebel's marriage in this murder mystery thriller horror coming this spring at a
Mention
bookstore
dinosaurs,
near
please.
you. Oh,
And then two T-Rexes show up. That was fantastic.
Yeah.
All right, John, you're up next, buddy. The words are product, affair, and drive. 30 seconds on the clock starts right now.
The last thing Jezebel thought that she would see when she drove off to Montana to meet with her husband was him having an affair with her sister, Laquita. So, after seething and driving around for more hours, the only thing that she could do was plan their murder. Find out what happens next.
What's the cost?
$5.99.
$5.99. Let's go.
Good value,
It's
good
paperback.
value.
It's $5.99.
Yeah, it's a short
It's on
story.
sale.
Okay, John, you had me at Laquita because you said that you weren't good at names, and then you busted out Laquita, and I damn near lost it. But John,
Awesome.
you did not use the word product in your pitch,
Oh,
and I have to disqualify you for that.
that's
buddy.
it.
Have to disqualify for you.
And I had it in my mind because it was a product showcase that she was driving. But
So he had the whole thing there.
Yeah,
I had the whole thing.
It was
just-
there. Listen,
yeah.
if you're expected,
It was
to decide it in
Laquita.
30
Laquita took
seconds.
over. Laquita took
Yeah.
everything. Like everybody.
Laquita always takes over everything. I get it. Yeah.
Yeah. We gotta help Jessica
Daniel.
kill her.
All right. So we've got a fair product and drive.
And drive, yeah. Are you ready, buddy?
Yeah.
I don't care. We're starting it right now. 30 seconds, go.
If you are worried about your partner having an affair, then coming this spring, have I got a product for you. Guys, this is by the makers of Instructions Unclear, Have My Penis Stuck in a Toaster. I bring you the greatest book of all time. Help, I got my penis stuck in a Swedish penis enlarger, and how do I get it out? If you can get it out of the Swedish penis enlarger, you can prevent that affair from happening. Drive to the bookstore today.
Got that affair in at the 0 second. Listen, man.
Yeah.
That wasn't even a pitch for a story.
No,
That was a whole TV production with like a Hollywood Broadway show attached to
listen, the whole self-help manual angle worked for you the first time around, but Dina's the only one who's allowed to go back to the well around here, okay? We're talking about stories, not self-help guides, so I let it slide the
Those are
first time.
stories.
That's not a story.
It's a story
It
about
would
how
have
you
been
got
John if he included all 3 words, so Dina wins by default.
I mean,
This has been Pitch a Story, everybody.
the self-help book could have been by Jezebel's husband. He might have
This
gotten
is
that.
a good point. It could have all been
Could have been a book
connected,
within a
guys.
book.
Yeah.
Could all connected.
Super meta.
Oh. All right, guys. As always, another great moment with our boy John Ortega here. His RuneCaster Chronicles are available now. The Winter Wolf, you can get it anywhere where books are sold through Smash Bear Publishing. All right, John, you understand something, buddy. You see, we're all about storytelling here. And as such, we try to share a fun story.
Hold on. I hit the Halloween story time button. Hold on. Let's try that again.
I mean, it is a Halloween story.
All right.
All right. You see, John, we're all about storytelling here, and as such, we try to share a fun story each week. So without further ado,
It's story time with John.
So there was about 3 weeks before Halloween. We're putting up the decorations, like we're putting the spider webs, we're going all out. There's an inflatable ghost with like tombstones. And then there's Fred. Let me tell you about Fred.
There's always
Fred
a
is a
friend.
zombie. He has children, also have been told after the fact. Fred never hurt anybody. But Fred was lying on the driveway between the actual driveway and like the bushes. So consciously, I know Fred is there. So we're getting ready to go out to dinner. My fiance and the kids. And then I'm sitting in the car because I'm the one that's driving for some reason that night. And then I'm like, okay, I know the decorations are there. It's on the back of my mind. And I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna move the car a little bit to the right so that I don't run over them. I ran over the freaking zombie. like head smashed in, like it's caved in and everything. And I'm like, all we hear is a crack, crack, crack. I'm like,
Fuck.
I keep going, and then it's clack, clack, clack more. So I get out of the driveway completely. I get out thinking like something else happened, and I'm like, yeah, I ran over the zombie. The kids lost it. Started that I killed Fred. That how could I kill Fred? That Fred had a family.
Oh no, Fred!
So
He's with Fernando now, R.I.P.
So I
They'll
put
take care of
Fred
each
on
other.
top of the bushes and like put my hand inside his chin and like pop the thing back up. So I'm like, looks more realistic now. That's what I'm thinking in my head. I go back to the car and my fiance just looks at me dead in the eye and goes like, you ran over the zombie. And I kid you not, the first thing that came out of my mind was, any other night, that would have been okay. Like, running over a zombie should not be like, on me, my fault, I'm the bad guy.
Yeah, you're the hero of this story.
And then she goes like, look at the kids. And the kids are like, you killed Fred. And I'm like, oh, well, I killed Fred. So once we got to the restaurant, she goes like, don't think about getting near any other decorations ever again. Like Halloween, Christmas. Like, I'm banned for life because of Fred.
Freaking Fred.
Fuck Fred.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
when we got back, I parked the car, I look at Fred, and I just punch him. And I just kept going. Yes, I'm petty that way.
You went full petty on Fred? You know what, John? All right, Sean, I need you to cue a different kind of music. All right?
Apologize.
R.I.P.
I need
Fred.
you to give me just like a little. Can you quickly find me like a little like Irish folksy music?
No,
No.
I
Just
cannot.
trust me. No, please just trust me. Just
I
give me
can't
just a little
quickly
bit.
find. These things need to be prepared in advance. You know this.
We can do it. Listen, the when we edit this out,
We
it'll
can
be
do that.
perfect.
We can do it.
We can do it. All right. So you'll add me a little Irish something, because John, you see here at the We Have Issues podcast, when other people take the high road,
We have
take
issues?
the low road.
Are you sure?
No.
What show?
Are you sure?
What
I
show
just
are you
was-
on?
Because
did
I
really
don't
just
see
say we have
Anthony. I don't
issues?
see Stevie here. Just saying. Unless they're hiding somewhere.
We're so leaving that in.
This is a whole new low for me. I got our show wrong.
Listen, I know we've stolen a segment from them in the past, but
So we're gonna do
Let's
the
not-
monster test, guys.
Daniel has evolved, then digivolved, and then ascended in his I don't know your name power. Like, he's in God tier mode right now.
it's one
How
thing
long
to
have
get
you been
everyone
doing the
else's
show,
names
Daniel?
wrong.
Yeah, got our show wrong. I'm literally, it's on my hat.
69 episodes. It had to be on the 69 one. Had to be.
Nice. Guys, shout out to the We Have Issues podcast, which is obviously the superior one and on my mind. But let me get back to what I was talking
Definitely
about.
playing the Benny Hill music over this instead of your Irish jig music you asked for.
Oh, totally.
My whole idea is fucking ruined now because I screwed this up.
So moving on now. We can go on over to our deep, hard-hitting, personal questions with Dinosaurus.
But
Are you
you know
ready?
what,
Do you have a
Dina?
tissue?
Before we could... Thank you, Dina.
Are you done,
Reasons.
Daniel?
I have paper. It's not tissue, but I got paper.
Listen, a man grabs whatever's nearby.
I hate
Yeah.
that.
Can I start with the first question, John, if you don't mind? Dina's okay if I go
mean-
first?
No.
The segment is with Dinosaurus.
Yeah.
This is
She
literally-
did the intro, so I feel like I have to ask
No.
the first question.
No.
Yeah,
Dina, can I
Daniel,
go
go
first?
ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you.
I'm
John,
just
what's the
fucking
weirdest
kidding.
thing you
There's
ever-
no way you're gonna go ahead, Dina.
It doesn't matter how you're doing.
This is your segment. Take it away.
All right, John.
Damn it.
I got one hard-hitting question for you here. Do you fold your socks?
Define
This
fold.
again.
So you've got your sock and you lay them flat. Then you put them together, and then you fold them, and then you turn them inside out so that they're like a little sock pocket.
Sock
Yeah, although
testicles,
I
if you
call it
will.
the sock ball, but yeah.
Yeah, okay. But you do fold them, right? You're not a psychopath and you don't have sock testicles, right?
No, sock testicles are the way
She
to
doesn't
go.
want any danglers on her socks.
I got
Yeah.
no.
We don't do any dingleberries in this house.
No.
All right. Ooh, this is a good question for you. You have 5 minutes to hide a paperclip in your house before a detective is coming to your house to find it. If he doesn't find it within 24 hours, you win $10,000. Where are you hiding this paperclip?
Does it have to remain in the premises or?
Yeah, it has to be in the house.
Mm.
What a great question.
That is a good
Oh,
one.
that's
Shout out
easy.
TikTok.
Beneath the septic tank. Nobody looks for anything beneath the septic tank.
That's great.
FBI. I'm sorry that you did not hear that.
FBI.
Just blew his
You didn't.
hiding space.
That's a
Yeah.
good one.
That's the real trick here. I get to know everybody's hiding place.
I think the real story is Dina has an FBI agent coming to her house in about 10 minutes and she needs to hide a paperclip. She needs ideas right away.
I got tail paper clips too. They're pretty.
Oh, wow.
Have you seen those paper clips that look like a dog bone, but when you use them, they look like a penis because half of it is hidden on the other side of the paper?
Yes. Yes, I
have
know
a
exactly
dinosaur
what you're
one.
talking about.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I think someone tried to call them like butterfly paper clips or something, and it doesn't.
It looks nothing like a butterfly. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's actually really cool. Is that a dinosaur? Fucking course, it's
Yeah.
a dinosaur. Yeah.
But look, oh my god, it does have a penis.
So it's a boy dinosaur.
That is
Yeah.
incredible. Here, let me
Yeah,
let me
I
just
never-
show this to you guys really quick. You need to see it. I've seen it, so you have to see it. So this is what they look like. They look like dog bones,
Yep.
right? But then when you use them, they look like that.
Hate that.
Somebody fucked
I think
up
I'm gonna
the
get
quality
some for my
control.
brother for Christmas.
They knew.
They
Cute
had
dog
to know.
bone shaped paper clips. They fucking knew when they made these things.
Oh my god. I saw the inside of a kangaroo's pouch the other day. Don't ever want to see that again. Wish I had never seen it.
God
That's
damn it,
cute.
Sean, pull it up.
It's kinda
Sean,
cute.
pull it up. I need to
It's
see it now.
Are you kidding me? No.
Well, that depends. Do you saw it empty or do you saw it with the baby inside it? Because
I saw like bare pink flesh inside it with a little baby kangaroo fetus.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know if I want to see it.
Yeah,
It was-
I have
You
to.
have to.
I got to know, Sean.
It's
Oh,
so
God, there's
graphic.
not- I'm not. Oh,
It's not
it's not.
not
Oh,
furry.
it's pink folds, is what it is.
yeah.
Mm.
Please,
Oh
please, I need to know.
Lord. Okay,
Oh God.
this isn't
So
going into
bad.
the show. This is so bad.
You know what the comments are gonna say if you put that on.
That
Yeah.
doesn't look natural.
Because
What in the fuck?
I mean, at least the one that I saw was like was still like an embryo, not like.
Oh.
I'm like, I never thought about it. Like I never.
Yeah. They just go in their little cute pouch.
I always just assumed it was like Dina won't even look anymore. I just always assumed it was like a hoodie, you know,
It's a new meaning to
just like the
kangaroo
pouch
cat.
in front of a hoodie. Yeah,
Yeah,
Jesus.
Oh,
it's not.
You ruined this for me.
Okay,
Thank
so-
you, Dina.
John, how do mermaids wash their fins?
Ooh.
Oh. Dina's coming hot with these questions.
Daniel, I've
I'm
asked this one
excited.
before, you dumb fuck.
No, you haven't.
Yeah, she has. I can't
What?
remember who answered, but they said with soap. It might have been Patrick. I don't remember.
I mean, that's like the easy option, but I think they make a loofah out of like seaweed to like get really between the scales.
Yeah. Do you think like
So
they have those
that's
little like
that's
fish?
my theory. Like they use a seaweed loofah.
See, I would assume it'd be like those little like cleaner fish, like a Placo or something that
They
you know
could
just kind of
just
like
use
hang
coral,
on the
like a coral
underside.
hairbrush.
Oh, a coral. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. When using bar soap, is it okay or not okay to use your partner's bar soap straight to the body?
I mean, it's there.
I agree, John. I agree,
It's
buddy.
there.
It's soap.
No.
And they're your partner, so you share basically everything. So
But like
Yeah.
bar straight to body, like
Yeah.
butt
Yeah.
crack,
Yeah.
other crack.
Just
Yeah.
like a towel. A towel forgets.
though, if
What
I
did-
use my fiance's shampoo, she will kill me.
Yeah.
So,
But soap is like
but
not
soap-
a
soap-
boundary
soap-
line.
no, that's fair game because it's
That's
soap.
communal. Sean, what do you think,
Ugh.
buddy?
I'm just reminded of when Joey says something to Chandler like, just remember what the last thing I wash is and the first thing you wash is. When he discovers that he shares his bar soap.
Oh
that
shit.
is a
That's a
thing. I forgot about
really
that.
good point.
So yeah, first of all, I don't like bar soap at all.
Yeah, I go liquid. Yeah.
It to me it leaves a film on my skin that I don't like. Kind of the same way a film on Dina's tongue when she eats butter. Yeah, I don't use bar soap. I use body wash.
I'm allergic to body wash.
I use the toxic blue Old Spice body wash stuff.
Yep. That's good
That
stuff
stuff smells
right there.
so good. Oh,
It does
I
smell
love
really
when
good.
Yeah.
I love when Tim buys that
Or
stuff.
get some fucking Irish Spring in there. Oh.
I don't like Irish Spring.
What?
No.
Now I'll play the Irish music.
Thanks, buddy. God, I had a funny thing to do too. I can't
Not a
believe I
sponsor, by the way. Old Spice, not a
screwed
sponsor.
that up. Gina, if you'd like, I can take over. I got a question for John.
How about you shut the fuck up? You don't even know what show you're on.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, what letter in the alphabet doesn't belong, in your opinion?
You son of a bitch.
Which alphabet?
The English alphabet.
Oh.
I knew he was going to hit me with
'Cause-
that. The English alphabet.
Because English alphabet has 26 words. Spanish alphabet technically has 28.
Yeah, we're going with 26 English.
I'm guessing the easy answer is H, because it's just there. It's like you got no sound. You're just there. That's the easy answer. But
hot.
However, if you really want to get down to it,
Uh-huh.
Q.
Fuck you guys.
There you go.
Everyone says Q.
Yeah.
That's
Q
why-
doesn't fucking
Have you
belong.
ever gone into a spelling bee and they say
Dan,
a
you writes
freaking
thing.
word like yeet, like
Yeah.
Dan,
Q
you
can get
writes
fucked.
thing strikes back. Everybody, you'll love to see it.
Ridiculous. This
I
is
know.
ridiculous.
Daniel, what was your question, buddy?
Well, John, we have a very
It
since
doesn't
Dina-
matter what your question was.
Brony, how do you feel about the match?
Well, I think
It doesn't matter how you feel!
Dina, are you all done?
No, we have one last question for John, actually. John, I want you to answer this one very carefully, and I need you to come in hot with an opinion. Nobody can disagree with you, much like the potato question. We need a
Okay.
strong answer. You got to care a lot. Bring us all the passion you got.
got it.
What is the superior form of pickle?
Ooh,
Ooh.
deep fried. Deep fried pickle.
Yo!
Bro.
Sliced or wedged, though?
Whoa.
Does it really matter? It's still fried.
Oh,
It's
you gotta
still
get, like,
fried
the
pickle.
Pickled
It's
chips?
still fried
Yeah.
pickle.
I didn't even think of fried pickles, and I can't even argue with John on this. He wins.
This
it.
is a great point. Yeah, that's
it.
yeah.
I
That's,
think
What
that's
do you
the winner.
dip your fried pickles in?
some like Cajun, like
Remoulade.
remoulade.
There's that. This is a ranch house, so there's a lot of ranch sauce, dressing, however you want to say it, because we have an argument in the house if it's either a dressing or a sauce. because one of the kids like,
Oh, that is a
no,
good debate.
it's a sauce, and like, no, ranch is a dressing because technically it's supposed to be used to dress a salad, but you dip stuff in it.
I don't
So
use
it's
ranch
either-
on salad. It's a dipping sauce to me.
It is a dipper. I agree with that. But that's a good debate. We might have to mark that one, man. That's
Yeah,
a good
'cause-
question.
Technically, how
Adding
it's
that one to the
intended
roster.
is a dressing. How it is used is a sauce.
You know, there's a lot of stuff where, because think about blue cheese, also a dressing
Listen.
and a dip.
All of that stuff is just doctored up mayonnaise, okay? As far as I'm concerned, it's a salad dressing if it's like oil and vinegar based. Like once it's mayo based, it's a dipping sauce first, and then it's possibly an
That's right.
aioli to spread on a sandwich. Other than that, yeah, it's like I don't know about the whole dressing versus sauce thing.
Tim introduced
with
me
you.
to aioli like last year, I think it was, maybe the year before. Holy shit.
What? So good.
It's just a fancy way to say flavored mayonnaise.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's so good.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I had never had it before.
Well, damn. You know, John, I'm glad you got to peel back the layers of the potato and we got to know you a little deeper, buddy.
Layers of the pickle.
Pickle.
Yeah, there's the pickle.
Again,
Layers of
Daniel.
the pickle.
The fried
Awesome,
layers of the
please.
pickle.
Yeah.
So, John, my next question for you is: do you have a hat of some kind, sir?
At the moment, no.
Yes. John, I
Like
just need you to go and find a
nearby,
hat.
no.
He's
but
gonna make
yeah.
you go get a hat right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna need you. No, okay,
no,
that's fine.
I got this.
All right, fair enough. Because, guys,
Asshole.
we're gonna go ahead and put on our author hats for a moment, and it is time to ask our literary questions. And you know, so guys, for those of you guys who don't know, this is book 3 in John's RUNE CASTER Chronicles, and this is a fun urban fantasy book series. It follows our boy, Jesus Christ, sorry,
Nathan.
Daniel Mercer.
Nathan Mercer, and in his escapades across Portland and the fairy realm. And guys, book 3, we're gonna give you a little blurb so you guys know what we're talking about here. It's been more than a decade since Nathan Mercer escaped from the lands of the Fae. He had once vowed that he would rather die than go back. That all changes when the Princess of the Spring Court arrives at the end, running for her life, seeking Nathan's help. Not one to turn away somebody in need, Nathan offers her his protection. Yet the only way to fulfill his promise is to return to the one place that has haunted his existence since he could remember. It's now up to Nathan, Solera, and Sabine to journey into the frozen hallways of the Winter Court and find the culprit behind the threat on the Spring Princess's life. Nathan must face his past, reconcile his present, and prepare for his future if he is to survive the biggest challenge of his long life, a royal ball. Someone better get his tux ready. Things are about to get bloody.
Is it a big ball?
Is it a big ball? No.
It's
Because I
average
like
size.
balls. Okay.
It's average size. So,
it
you know,
Sol-
guys, this is
it
a
Solera
fun
or
book
Silera?
series.
I've been calling her Silera.
I say it's Solera, but Silera is
Oh,
okay.
fuck.
Let's go
It's
with the
both.
author's pronunciation.
Yeah. All right.
I think
Yeah.
that's fair.
So, so for the folks at home that don't know, I've always been a sucker for great one-liners, great opening lines, and you know, John, you've kind of got a thing for crushing those absolute opening lines of books. So, how do you come up with these? Did you have to take multiple takes, or was this just one line and you're off and running?
At least with this book, it was multiple takes because the original version of this book was heavily edited because once I got it done, I started working on other stuff, and then I sent it to my publisher, and my publisher was like, "We like it.
I remember this.
However, we want to make some changes. Are you okay for setting up a meeting this Saturday?" And I literally read that email and my heart went out. I'm like,
I remember you messaged me about that.
yeah, I was heartbroken because I was like, okay, they hate it. They're just being nice about it. And then the day of the meeting comes and they go like, okay, so we love it, but you're all over the place. Like, you need to streamline this plot out because the original book was like 130 something, 140 something words. We got it down to 115 after I rewrote 3/4 of it to streamline the plots, the characters' motivations. And one of the things that was changed was that was taken out was a plot point for book 3 that, as the people who know me, I can't let go. So that plot point that I took out of book 3 is now book 4, which I'm 3/4 of the way done. So I had to come up with a new first chapter and how to get Nathan from point A to where he meets the Spring Princess, and then that sets the whole chain of events. So I'm like, okay, so book 1, he is moving furniture. Can't do that. Fine. Book 2, he is shopping. Can't do that. Okay, well then book 3, we're going to do this. And I liked it, and I'll say a little bit more later, but I liked it because in fantasy, and I consulted a lot with a friend of mine that is a therapist. In fantasy, we put our characters through hell.
True.
Like literal hell. And as I was coming up with idea, I started texting my friend without even getting like the first word on the page. And I'm like, okay, so how would you treat a patient that has this? And I just outlined like everything I did to Nathan in book 1 and book 2.
Yeah.
And
That's
she goes
awesome.
like, do you want me to diagnose him? And I'm like, can you with what I just given you? And she's like, okay, give me like 5 minutes. And she diagnosed Nathan on the spot. And I'm like, you're amazing.
Yeah. That's awesome. And for the folks at home, I'm just going to read the first sentence here because you'll get a full reading in just a little bit. But it says, whoever said patience is a virtue needed to be stabbed in the eyes with chopsticks. And that's about as much of a banger of an opening line as it gets, you know? Our friend Jess the Mess would probably understand and agree. She has used chopsticks to clean up various messes in her past. So, you know, we support that.
So I have a question. What, do you own a dog?
Yes. Well,
Okay.
I did when I started writing this book. That was my dog, Noah. However, he got really sick and we had to put him down.
This wasn't supposed to be a sad question.
No. But he was an old dog. It was his time. But he got really sick, so we had to put him down. But once I moved in with my fiance, I got 2 dogs, 3 cats. So I own now 2 dogs and 3 cats.
There you go.
What kind of dogs do you have?
A husky, and yes, all the memes, all the TikToks, everything about husky is a lie. Multiply it by 100, and then you're in the ballpark.
Okay.
And the other is a golden retriever something mix.
Okay.
Fair.
So, what the fuck do you have against Shih Tzus? Like, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I don't really like them either. But what you got against Shih Tzus, bro?
They're little devils.
Oh my god, just ripped these poor dogs apart for no reason in this book.
No, I had a reason for it. And it was to avenge 15-year-old me.
Oh my god, do we have a story?
This was payback for 15-year-old me. Like, there was a release from him. Because 15-year-old me was dating this girl back in Puerto Rico, and she lived like close to an hour away from me. And it was her birthday, and I wanted to do like something special. I didn't want to do like chocolates or a movie. I wanted to go all out. And I remember that she wanted a dog, and I'm like, okay, cool. I didn't want to just get like any old dog from like PetSmart. I was like, no, let me get. Oh, Shih Tzus are cute. They stay small. Let's get a Shih Tzu.
Oh
I found a
no.
Shih Tzu about 2 hours away from me. Damn thing cost 200 something bucks. So I drive in my old beat up car that threatened to give away any minute. So I'm literally 2 hours in with like my heart in my throat because I know that my car cannot take this. But I'm young and stupid guy that thought, hey, puppy, you're gonna get yee! So
Yeah. That's the clinical term for
that
it,
did
ladies
not
and
happen,
gentlemen.
sadly.
Oh.
But well, whatever.
Was it the Shih Tzu's
to
fault?
this day.
To this day, no. We got the puppy. Oh, I get the puppy. I call her to meet up, and I give her the puppy. During this whole ride, I forgot to tell I'm with my mom because obviously I'm 15. So,
Yeah.
but I'm with my mom. So on the drive back, my mom is driving, and I'm with that dog. Like I'm letting him sniff me. It's a puppy. It's a baby. So I'm letting him sniff me. He walks all over me. Yeah, everything. Bring him to the girl to the girl. The girl takes it. Puppy's fine. Whatever. I meet her up. That was a Sunday. I meet her up the following week because we live far apart. So
yeah.
And I'm like, okay, let's go. Let's go to the movies or something. And she's like, okay, cool, fine. Come and pick me up. So I go and pick her up. And what I'm thinking, this is what is going through my mind. Like, we had a bond. I went and looked for you up in the freaking mountains. You sniffed my fingers. Like, we're supposed to be cool.
Yeah.
As soon as I walk through the door, the little shit starts barking at me. Like I'm the devil. And starts biting my ankles.
Mm-hmm.
And
it understood.
For the 6 months after that I was with this girl, that dog, that damn Shih Tzu of a devil dog, not a once, like, hey, okay, now you're cool. I've been seeing you more often. No. You're the devil. I'm gonna bite you. So Shih Tzus can go to hell, in my opinion.
That's fair. No, that's very fair.
I support that.
I mean, so does this issue that you have with Shih Tzus also have a traumatic backstory about why you hate unicorns? Because my daughter fucking loves unicorns, and you took a serious twist on them, and I don't know if I'll recover from this.
Not really, no. The unicorn part, because most of the creatures that I put in my books, it always when I'm like writing them, it's always when I'm talking to somebody. So either I'm talking to my publisher, or I'm talking to my best friend, or I'm talking to my fiance. And at the time, I was talking to my fiance, and she was saying something about a unicorn or something, and I'm like, oh, okay. Nathan has to get from point A to point B. We're in fairy, so we gotta have unicorns. But that's where my mind started getting twisted. It's like, yeah, like every single like depiction of unicorns we have is like, oh, they go for the maiden and the pure of heart and this and that. And I'm like, unicorns live in fairy. Fairy's not for the faint of heart. Which means unicorns are assholes. And that horn is for something.
True.
So I was like,
yeah.
okay, we need to figure this out. And I kept going, and I'm like, well, Greek mythology has horses that eat people. So not a stretch for unicorns to do it. You just put a horn on the horse and it's the same thing.
I love it.
And so unicorns are predators in fairy.
Psychopaths.
Yeah.
So we got to see like a more softer romantic side of Nathan in this book. So how was it writing your super stoic, cold, badass warrior dude in this like softer, like with these softer scenes with his woman?
it was the environment, because I put Nathan on a very difficult position. Well, he put himself in because he opened his mouth, but still, I put him in a difficult position because he wants to do good. He tries to be good. And the only way to do it in this situation is to go to the one place where you are going to face everything that broke you before. And there is a disconnect, or as I was trying to make it, of Nathan inside his bedroom with Solera, and then what he has to pretend to be outside of those rooms, because he is not in a friendly place. He doesn't have friends there. The only friend that he has is Sabine, it's Solera, and somebody that he met and that he was friends with 10 years ago. After that, he doesn't have anybody. Like, the first person that he meets right there after getting to Fairy, they start a fight. So he doesn't have anybody to trust but this one person that technically, if you go by the laws of Fairy, he's still enslaved to. He is her property.
Right.
So he has to come into terms with a lot of those feelings and be like, I can't do this anymore. Like, he breaks down. Like, how can I be what you want me to be? And how can I be open to you and tell you how broken I am? Because he had, and that's how that's why I decided to open up this book with the scene that I open it with, because he's been having panic attacks since book 2. And he's been carrying that mental pressure that just explodes in this book.
Yeah,
and speaking of, I think that this is a perfect opportunity because this is a lot of depth and we see a lot of growth in his character. And you know, I think the audience wants to give a little sneak peek. So I heard that Dina is gonna be reading from The Winter's Wolf.
Whoever said patience is a virtue needed to be stabbed in the eyes with chopsticks. Clearly, the person didn't have a lick of sense and needed to be taught a lesson. The sun peeked through the blinds of the window, casting a dull golden glow on the room. I let out an irritable sigh, keeping my fingers interlocked, and continued to bore holes into the ceiling as my therapist went on. Have you been doing your homework I assigned you? Dr. Courtney asked, her voice cool and collected. I bit back a snarky comment. It wasn't her fault that I had gotten next to no sleep for the past few months, making me extra cranky. I did, and they don't work, I said in my most civil tone. Dr. Courtney made a non-committal sound that I had come to recognize as her saying, I know you're bullshitting me, but I won't press. I gritted my teeth. Can you just do a magical whammy that will help me sleep? We've talked about this before, Nathan. I turned to her. She had put her notepad down and crossed her hands over her lap. Her colorful Snoopy pajama bottoms betrayed her air of professionalism. Then again, I had barged into her room at the crack of dawn after my latest bout of nightmares. Giving you a magical whammy, as you put it, would only be a temporary solution. We need to tackle the real reason behind your nightmares and your panic attacks. She gave me a kind of a smile that reached all the way to her dark eyes. Why do you believe that the meditation and grounding exercises we discussed don't work? Being an empath gave Dr. Courtney a unique perspective into her client's state of mind, especially the closed-off kind, like a certain innkeeper. Since we started having our sessions, I had come to appreciate her insight and the advice she gave me. However, talking about last night's nightmare fell between getting punched in the crotch and cleaning the horse's stables and the list of things I wanted to do. Dr. Courtney remained quiet, letting the silence stretch between us. She wouldn't break it. We had done this song and dance several times now. She wanted me to dig deep into the dark pool that had taken over my mind in the last couple of months and wouldn't cave until I did. Every time I closed my eyes and tried to meditate to clear my head, the memories, they just won't let me. I wiped my hands down my shirt, taking a deep breath. My heart thundered in my chest like a roaring dragon taking flight. Dark, oily fingers clawed at the back of my mind, a feeling I'd come to recognize before an episode came upon me. It feels like falling down a deep lake with no idea where the surface is. Dr. Courtney shook her head. The goal is not to clear your head, but to pick something else to focus on. Usually I recommend your breath, but it could be another sensation or object, and use it as a focal point where your mind is distracted. She tapped her pen against her lap. You're trying to notice how your body feels and what emotions you're having, and then bringing your attention back to your breath or whatever your object of focus is. She dotted something on her notepad, then looked at me. And the grounding techniques, have you tried those? Her voice, plain and professional, floated above me like a lifeboat. The clawed fingers and the memories pushed their way to the forefront of my mind. I closed my eyes, trying to focus on my breathing. In, out, in, out.
That is a great first chapter. First opening.
That first chapter really set the tone. I liked it.
Yeah, same here. And one of the things that I absolutely respect about, because we're going to ask each one more question, then we'll kind of move on to some more fun and games here. But one of the things I think is really interesting about this is that you have Nathan looking and seeking out mental health, getting a therapist, doing things like that. And that's usually not something that you see in fantasy, especially urban fantasy. Harry Dresden hasn't gone to a psychiatrist or, things like that. And it probably needs it. So what made you want to take an approach where Nathan is looking for answers with more than just hitting things hard with his weapons? You know what I mean?
It goes back to how I picture the story going in my head. Like, there are certain arcs that I want to explore with Nathan. And I put the dude through a lot. I put the dude through a lot. But as a person, Nathan starts in Storm's Child in the first book, very closed up. He has been hiding from the Fae for 10 years. They think he's dead. He thinks that his lover betrayed him and set him up for dead. And he just wants to be a hermit and just like, I'm in my inn. I go do shopping because people need food. But that's about it. I don't go out of my way. And then the Fae come back into his life. And all those repressed feelings that he had with the Fae, with his own situation with his lover, with Solera, everything, he kept them bottled down. He kept them in a box. The guy has been tortured. Like, he was tortured for a really long time. And then comes book 2, and he's on shaky ground. He doesn't know exactly what he is at the moment. Either he's an innkeeper that is, although the Fae know he's alive, still hiding, or is he going out of his way to keep his little corner of the world safe, which is Portland. And then everybody has a trigger. And for him, book 2 was a trigger where he sees, well, not see the actual person that tortured him, but sees like a statue, a visage of him. And that just breaks the box completely open. And even though we see just like snippets of Nathan's life during the years in these books, but in between the books, there is a story. And Nathan dealing with those feelings. And he keeps getting worse and worse and worse until there's a point that he just completely breaks down in between books. And he calls his best friend and says, Devin, I need help. And Devin, being the best friend that he is like, listen, I don't know anybody, but my wife does. I'll give you her number. I'll put you in contact with her, and she will help. And what we see in this first chapter is a little bit deep into therapy. Because Nathan is a closed-off guy, like you said, Daniel. He doesn't like to talk. And even to an empath, that he knows that she knows what he's feeling. So there is also that, like I know I'm being silly shutting myself off because I know you can still feel it.
Yeah.
And that realization that I need help.
I think
I'm not okay.
I think that's an important message for absolutely anyone at any place in life, is that it's okay to ask for help. And I think that's great that you incorporate that into a fantasy series. So
yeah, because I wanted to portray that, like, you can be a powerful guy. You can be the most powerful guy in the room, like sometimes Nathan is, and you're still not okay. And that's okay. You can ask for help. You can reach out.
Absolutely. That's outstanding.
So I give this book the Dinosaurus stamp of approval because John Ortega can write women, and he doesn't fuck it up at all. Like,
Dina, would you say that
makes
he's
one.
our? Can we say that he is our second Nobel Prize winning author?
Oh my God, Daniel. Okay, sure.
Sean, we don't see no bell here. We got a Nobel Prize winner. That is no
There's
space
no
bell.
Was it like something that just came easily for you not to fall into the trap of men writing women, or did you have to take a lot of care and like study up on how not to rate women?
Yes, I had to study up because it's not, at least in this situation where Solera, like the main female character that we see in the book, even though we have other characters, we have Queen Mab, we have Princess Elizabeth, we have a lot of people here, or a lot of female characters. But with Solera, I had to take in several things into account. First of all, she's a princess. She is thousands of years older than Nathan, so she is assured in her power. She's knows what she does, what she is. She knows her worth, but at the same time, like you said, she's a woman. She's a lady. She will kill you. She has no qualms about killing you. But then you got this idiot of an innkeeper that, through a lot of different and difficult situations, has warmed into her, has gone past her barriers, has gone past her defenses, and she can be a little bit of herself with him. But at the same time, she also is in the back of her mind, okay, she's a plotter. Nathan's a doer. He's the action guy. Solera's the brains of the operation over here. Like, she knows that there's a image that she has to place to the rest of the world. She is the princess of the Winter Court. She is the daughter of the Queen of Evil Fairies. So that comes with an image. But she also just wants to snuggle up with him and watch movies. So
right,
I wanted to. Yeah, go on.
Go ahead.
No, I just wanted to.
Shit, I'm sorry.
Can I go? Can I go, guys? Is that okay?
Shut up, Daniel.
All three at the same time. Go. Okay.
But
there was no inappropriate metaphors for any body parts either, which is great.
It's true. No velvet wrap steel.
It was very clinical.
I know that scene that you're talking, and I struggle with that scene because I'm not gonna lie. My forte is action scenes. My forte is action scenes and writing how to beat up a monster. That's where I shine, and I can take you like through the whole dissection of a corpse and whatever. But that scene specifically, I consulted with like 2 or 3 romance authors.
There you go. That's
smart.
So I consulted with them.
That's what he did.
That's why they were so good.
He had an intimacy coordinator.
Nothing cringy. I was waiting. I was like, John, don't fuck this up. Don't fuck this up. And I was like, this is so nice. Like, it's not bad at all.
Fucking A.
When I messaged them, I was like, I have to write this scene. Not I have to. Sorry, that's not the right word. I want to write this scene because we're 3 books in. I need to show them vulnerable with each other, not to the world, but with each other. Like,
right.
And the most important part that I wanted to carry on was the emotional side of it. I didn't want to focus on the physical. I wanted to focus on the emotional side. And as I was writing it, I wrote it, I sent it to them, and they were like, no, take this out, take this out. Okay, keep this, streamline this. Don't use that word, use this word better. And it was a back and forth for like a week and a half or 2 just to get that scene done. Because I kept writing
the
whole book.
Yeah.
but I wanted them to have that special moment, just those two together.
So the big takeaway
after the whole blood and mess, and knowing what comes after.
Yeah, and listen, so the big takeaway is trust romance authors. Don't try to do it on your own if you're a guy. I think that we can all agree that that's a...
Because, like, this romance scene was on par with, like, Shannon and Kirsten Bowling.
Oh,
like,
wow.
Hey, shout out Shannon.
Like, their level of romance scenes. It wasn't, like, as graphic because, like, they're romance writers. But I was just like, this is a really nice scene, and, like, you can connect emotionally with it. And you're not like, oh, this is so gross. This is, like, a guy's perspective. I don't like it. Like, like, it was good.
Yeah. No, and the final judge of that scene was my own fiance, because my fiance has read the books. And from book 1 to book 2, she's like, I get why you have them together. But she's a big Nathan fan. She's like, but she doesn't deserve him. Because he's doing this, 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 and this. But she's so cold, and how she's being portrayed in book 1 and book 2. And I'm like, yeah, but there's a reason. Wait for book 3. You're gonna love her in book 3. I keep telling her that because she hasn't read it yet. You're gonna love it.
Oh.
She's only read that scene, and I'm like, baby, I need you to read this and tell me what you think. I didn't tell her it was for this book or anything. She figured it out because of the names of the characters, but she was like, cold reading. And she was like, damn.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I like this a lot.
And
I don't know what happened to get them to this point, but I like it. And I'm like, okay, so stamp of approval from the fiance and romance writer. So I'm like, let's see what everybody else thinks.
And you know what? You know what else gets a seal of approval, John? Our next section, because this is a segment that Dina is always prepared for. She's always ready for, always excited for, and that's our off-the-wall questions.
All right. Who do you think garners more sympathy in comparing the two universes? The house elves from Harry Potter or the human slaves from Fairy?
Ooh.
Going by this book, like, I would say the humans from Fairy because of a certain thing that happens in the book. Like, you don't see that you don't see that with Davi. That didn't happen to Davi. And I was really on the fence about that character. I was like, do I do it or do I don't do it? Because people are going to hate me because we see him throughout the book.
Right.
And I'm like, honestly, I flipped a coin. I flipped a coin. I flipped because I couldn't decide.
John.
Because the thing is,
I love that energy.
I couldn't decide.
Oh my God.
The way that I saw it as I was writing is,
I'm so concerned.
A mirror image of Nathan. This character is a mirror image of himself.
Yes.
And I'm like, I mean, this can happen, but then it was like, but this also can happen, and then we can go to this part, which is the really good stuff. And I'm like, fuck, I can't. Okay, we'll go with that.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So listen, because I was so rudely interrupted earlier, I've got 2 questions for you, John. Okay. Number 1, what's the weirdest thing you've ever used as a condom?
Okay.
I specifically didn't ask him this question, Daniel.
You shouldn't have ever asked anyone this question, Dina. This isn't a question.
It was all over TikTok. It was a trend.
Then TikTok has lied to you.
Wow.
Sorry, John. That you got caught in the crossfire there.
You gotta go for the physics about it, because to use a condom is a 2-person thing. Because that condom is gonna go into something.
Yeah.
Preferably someone.
Someone, preferably.
So
yes.
you have to convince the other person that your crazy idea is worth the while. And if you want to actually get lucky, you will not do crazy ideas with that part. Because that goes inside.
Yeah.
And if it gets stuck inside, then you're screwed. So go for the regular old condom.
My friend wants to invent a new kind of condom. Do you guys want to hear about it?
Yes, please, Dina. I've
Is
never
there a
wanted to
chocolate
hear.
edible one?
Oh, Jesus.
Oh my God. She really, really loves corduroy. Like,
He wants to make a corduroy condom?
she wants to make a corduroy condom. Like, she's got this really weird thing about corduroy, and it's like a running joke in our friend group.
Whoa.
She really wants a corduroy condom.
That's
I tweeted
rough.
Mark whatever
That's-
from Shark Tank about it. Nobody liked the tweet. Not a single
Yeah,
like.
because that's fucked
Yeah,
up.
because it's fucking weird. It's fucking weird. But she really wants it.
I have so many questions.
I mean, this is a she, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a she print. I'm
Uh-huh.
pretty sure because unfortunately I know my gender that she will convince the guy to use it. Like, there is no doubt in my mind.
Has she
that there's
prototyped this condom? That's what I
No, she
wanna
wants
know.
help making it.
Because
That's
if
why
she
we
makes
treated
a
Mark what's his
prototype,
face.
she's gonna find the volunteers.
You could just,
Yeah.
remind her that ribbed condoms exist.
Yeah, we did that, but she really likes the feel of the fabric. So,
Have you asked her
but
if she's...
there's an issue with the logistics.
You don't
though,
need to
because
ask Daniel.
it
No.
soaks up, like, because it's fabric.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
It's not gonna catch anything for
I
a
mean,
long
I
period
can't
of time.
imagine it's sanitary. There's no way you could keep a corduroy condom sanitary.
Let's get our top scientists on this right
Yeah.
away, you guys.
It's like
Sean, can
saying
you get
a
Mr.
silk
Can you get
condom.
Mr. silk condom? Yes.
Like a
'Cause-
silk head condom?
Yeah, like a silk head
Yeah.
condom. Is that? Yeah.
Kinda.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean-
it's lost.
Yeah.
It's the same
you
thing.
know what,
I
Sean?
can't picture it.
Sean, can you get Mr. Corduroy on the phone for me, buddy?
Yeah, sure, buddy. Hold on. Oh,
You
did I
son
miss
of a
the cue?
bitch. You
Did I miss
son
the
of a
cue?
bitch.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
How dare you, you son of a bitch. God damn it, Sean. All right, on to my real off-the-wall question.
Mhm.
How many Shih Tzus could Sabine kill before she's finally overwhelmed? She's just in a zombie, like, they're not zombie Shih Tzus, but we're talking endless waves of Shih Tzus are coming at Sabine. How many before she's finally overcome? Sabine is the
There's
beagle
no
and the greatest
number.
character in her book.
There is no number. I mean, Sabine literally can go through hordes of them if she wants to. Because she can
Mhm.
just say, no, she goes to the spirit world and that's it. Because
So infinite.
she said,
Infinite Shih
technically,
Tzu. She could
if you-
wipe out the Shih Tzu population in the world, is what you're saying.
of course. Because if you think about it, Sabine's an undead. Think about it.
Fuck, he makes a good point. He makes a really good point. Guys, if you want to know more about Sabine and Shih Tzus and everything else, you got to check out The Winter's Wolf. It's amazing. But, John, I think you know what's coming up next, buddy. Last time you were on the show, you had a clip that went viral and a reading that went viral. And I don't know if we'll ever be able to live up to that, but I humbly submit what we'll be doing next, buddy. And because you see, every week we celebrate some of the worst erotic literature in history. Usually selected by the Literary Review, a British literary magazine, in a segment that we call Cringy Copulation. These are real excerpts from real books intended to be taken seriously.
Real, baby.
This week's excerpt will be read by John and is from The Late Hector Kipling by David Thewlis. Oh, Jesus, how do I even say that last name, Sean?
Whatever you want, baby.
Thewlis.
We pronounce
Thewlis.
things the way that the author pronounces
Thewlis.
them here, Sean.
David Thewlis.
David Thewlis. David Thewlis is an English actor, director, screenwriter, and author. Best known as Remus Lupin in the Harry Potter series.
Professor Lupin, baby.
Yes, sir. And he's won a Golden Globe, a BAFTA, a Primetime Emmy, and a ton of other awards. John, check those DMs, baby.
Check those Twitter DMs, John.
So, if I die because I'm reading a sex scene written by Professor Lupin because my fiance is a huge Potterhead, I blame Daniel. Just saying.
Oh, we blame Daniel for everything around here.
This makes me even happier that you get to read this clip. It always just works out perfectly. These clips are meant for you, John. I'm excited.
Okay, here we go. This is not pleasurable. How could anyone find having burning hot candle wax drip onto the flesh of their belly pleasurable? But I don't want to tell her to stop because the last time I told her to stop, I got belted in the mouth. She wears an average of 3 rings on each finger. God, Mum was right. This lousy settee? Dusting.
The settee returns. It's a fucking couch.
No wonder Dad's in the hospital. I might well be joining him by the end of the night. I think I'm still inside her, but quite honestly, it's difficult to tell. Avanti! You fucker! She draws and brings the flame up close to my left nipple. You pathetic little fucker. And tries to light it like a wick. Ow! Oh shit, my nipple's on fire. Yeah, no shit, dude, really? She's poured lighter fluid onto my chest and my tits gone up in flames like some dessert in a posh restaurant. There's a reason that Lupin was sleeping in that train car. Now we know it.
Dina, thoughts?
What the fuck?
I need eye bleach. What the
What the hell?
The fuck, man?
Like
hold
what?
on. Hold on.
Here's okay.
It's a titty flambe, you guys.
First of all, I've never heard a man call his moobs tits.
Yeah,
I don't like that word.
Let's start with that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Why was he thinking about his dad?
Or getting his ass kicked in bed. He's
Like
literally
getting
like, I don't want to
belted
tell
in
her
the
to
mouth?
Yeah, he's like, dude, she
Yeah,
will
like, what
punch
the
me.
fuck?
Oh, fuck.
Because I
50
keep
Shades
thinking
would
like
never.
either she took a belt and like whip him, or like force him
Gender's
to open
unclear
his
here, you
mouth
guys.
and like.
Is it?
Huh?
Hold on.
I mean, the
Oh,
passage
what?
isn't clear about the gender of the person of the main character here.
Oh,
I mean, you're led to
right.
assume it's a man because they are
Inside her.
questioning whether or not they're still inside of her, but that does not mean
It could be a strap
genital penetration with a penis, does it? I mean, let's,
True. Yeah.
Let's consider that
I mean, in
this
my
is
world,
some
it does.
lesbo
but
action.
Oh, fuck.
I don't even know anymore.
I don't feel good.
Yeah,
I feel
I can
dirty.
imagine. I love that it's like,
I'm
ow, my
never gonna
nipple's
look
on
at
fire,
Lucas.
and then suddenly it just went from 0 to 100. Like, I'm picturing that scene from the from Community where he just walks in and like the whole like apartment's on fire, except it's his body.
I don't know why, but in my head, I was like, for half a second, I was confused as to how a nipple could be on fire because flesh can't be on fire. And then I
Right.
realized that I was
Yeah,
totally
lighter
wrong on
fluid.
that.
Yeah.
You know, the thing that came to my mind was, you remember that Simpson episode of the drink that Mo makes with the
The
cough
flaming
syrup?
Mo.
The flaming
Yeah.
Mo.
Yeah.
A flaming tit, like a flaming Mo. It's like, that's all that came to my mind.
It's a drink.
Oh my God.
It's not
Yeah.
actually his nipple. It's a slippery nipple.
It's
a
a
shot.
slippery nipple,
They light it
yeah.
on fire.
It's a gel shot on fire. It's a,
No, it's a
body
banana
shot.
Foster,
Can you do
but
that?
instead of a banana, it's a titty.
And
I've
like,
always
listen,
wanted to have a flaming drink, but Tim never lets me order them. He says that he doesn't trust me.
That's fair.
that's fair though.
Yeah.
That's, yeah. Dina, let's be honest. Should you be trusted with
All right.
anything on fire?
Like bladed weapons, sure. On
Oh, God.
fire, not
Does she
so
have
much.
fire? Does she have fire right now?
Yeah, little known fact, this was actually a scene written by Tim from personal experiences.
Is this why you brought up candle wax earlier?
Sean, I would never foreshadow like that.
No, he talked about wax on the nipples.
Oh, I know exactly. I did. That was on purpose, buddy.
That's so good.
Totally intentional.
Yeah, but man,
Yeah,
I
I noticed
just
that the second he said that.
I was just like, I mean, now listen, abuse isn't funny, but obviously the way that this was written, this was a tongue in cheek. I don't think
Consensual?
that this was an actual trauma.
Is it though?
Oh fuck, I hope
Is
so.
it though?
I hope.
Because it's been 69 episodes so
Uh-huh.
far, Daniel.
Yeah. Nice.
of every single cringy compilation.
Uh-huh.
And authors write these for real. So there is no tongue in cheek. He meant that.
We preface this.
That's
segment
Tim's
with
cry
that.
for help.
This is real. This is
God.
this is not a satirical
This is Tim's
excerpt.
cry for help. Oh shit! This is Tim's cry for help.
Dina's face.
Oh god. So I mean, I'm excited that we got to share this journey and ruin Professor Lupin for everyone. So
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for letting me never see him the same way again.
yeah. No, I'm glad that could.
Motherfucker.
Yeah,
I'm glad I could do
that
this for you.
scene in the third movie, like he's sleeping, you know now why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it makes sense.
And why he wears baggy clothes is because he's all burned up.
From all that hot candle excess.
Oh Lord.
There's a reason he was a werewolf. He needed that regeneration.
Oh God.
Oh my god.
I'm just glad that we can bring back the settee. That made me happy that we can do that again.
This is a fucking couch. It's one of my favorite things.
Oh fuck. All right, before my voice goes out completely, John, you know that there is a proud tradition on our show. The 1 second pitch, where you get exactly 1 second to pitch this book to an entire audience. You can lie, steal, seduce, threaten them with candle wax, whatever you need to do to get a book sale, sir. You got 1 second on the
God.
clock. Are you ready?
Go. Sure.
Count him in, motherfucker.
Oh,
Daniel.
yes, sorry. I thought...
He
You
said,
literally,
yeah.
that's your one
You
job.
asked him if he was ready.
Yeah,
He said, yeah. And then you were just like,
I'm waiting for the cue, director.
Instructions are unclear, Sean. Penis is currently stuck in the toaster oven.
Oh,
oh, your mom's poor
Okay.
toaster.
mine was John Ortega.
You can't just...
Let's run it back. Let's
Who hurt
redo
you
the whole
as a
thing.
child?
John, before my voice leaves me, you know that there's one proud tradition that we always have on our show. The 1 second pitch. This is where you get exactly 1 second to lie, steal, seduce, cheat, burn your audience with candle wax nipples. Do whatever it takes to get that book sale. Are you ready, son?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to count you in. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Season finale of the first season of Nathan and Faye Shenanigans. Buy it now.
Buy it now.
What's the price, John?
Yeah, John, what's the
It's.
$10.99.
I have. Hold on.
I'm just kidding.
price?
No, because as everybody knows, my publisher is from the UK. So usually the first price ranges that I get are in euros. So I'm like, it's like I have no idea. I've got to check it.
Links in the description, everybody.
Thank
Buy
you.
it.
It's usually
it's-
like
I know
it's
in
gonna
the
be-
UK it's $3.50. Like, do
So-
the math.
All right, so we can just safely assume it's 69. Is that right? Just 69?
Probably.
Nice.
Nice. Perfect.
Nice.
All right, now, John, we're going to give you a full opportunity to pitch your book. Tell the people why they want to check this glorious stuff out. Go for it, buddy.
So this is the third installation. This is the third entry into the RUNE CASTER Chronicles series, where you follow Nathan, Solera, and of course Sabine through their journeys and adventures through the land of the Fae to stop a plot to murder a princess. And what better way to cap off the first season of this wonderful journey than with a ball? There's going to be dance, music, and lots of blood.
Hey.
Love
That
it.
sounds amazing. That sounds amazing. And guys, we've got our second ever Nobel Prize winning author here with us. No relation to the actual Nobel Prize. This is our own award that we give to incredibly exceptional authors that we make up just on our own. Dina, why is this a Nobel Prize winning book?
Because John Ortega can write women. And if you basically want like a Christmas book that's not really Christmas, but like kind of has some Christmas elements, and we've got like winter and like some blood and gore, but also some like romance and stuff like that, this book is killer, and it's the one for you.
Ooh, God, Dina, you've gotten so good at these, man. Holy shit.
I know, right?
Yeah, goddamn. But guys, seriously, John is one of our favorite authors, man. He's come back on, and we'll continue to force him back onto this show, completely not under duress, right, John? Good hugs, right, buddy?
Under my own power and of sound mind and body, I am not being forced to be here.
Exactly, but no, guys, seriously, this book is so much fun. It's got incredible characters. It's got Sabine, the greatest dog that's ever existed in literary urban fiction. I don't care. Miss me with your Dresden Temple dog. Sabine is #1. All right. And man, if you guys like urban fantasy, if you like the aforementioned Dresden Files, if you like the Iron Druid Chronicles, if you like anything in this genre, this is the book. And I'm telling you, it's fun. It's got great one-liners. It's got incredible action sequences. It's got a little spicy romance in this book. I cannot recommend it enough. We fucking love you, John, and I'm so excited that we get to share book 3 with the world and you got to be on here with us.
I'm really happy to be here. Like, it's been a journey, like, with you guys as well. From like the first time that I was on the show with book 2 and a little plug for book 1, and now book 3. And Dina knows this because I shared some of book 4 with her. But there are 3 characters named after 3 very special people in book 4. Just saying.
There was a lot of little shout outs to us in book 3 too.
It's Dina, Sean, and Alex James, isn't it?
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Perfect, man. Well, hey,
and
guys,
Jess is there too. So
yeah, no, that makes sense. It makes absolute
Daniel,
sense.
hold on. Before you go on, let me cue you with the outro music, okay? Oh, I'm sorry. That's not the right one. Here we go. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Guys, again, you have to check out the RUNE CASTER Chronicles. All 3 books are out right now. You can check them all out. Can't recommend it enough. You can find it on Amazon. You can find it wherever books are sold. You will not regret it. But buddy, it's time that we get out of here from the Don't Make It Weird podcast. John, where can the folks find you?
They can find me on Twitter, if Twitter survives, at John Ortega author. Sorry, J Ortega author. Then you can find me on Instagram. I'm there on Instagram a lot, and John_F_Ortega. And I'm just chilling.
Yeah, you can just find him. Yeah, guys, if Twitter is still around by the time this episode airs, huge win for all of us. Otherwise, you can find us on, Sean, are we going to make a Mastodon account?
Something like that.
Yeah.
But, we're going to stay positive here, guys. And Dina, where can the folks find you?
You can find me on Twitter, because it's not going to die, at Dinosaurus D. That's D like D's nuts.
Ooh, all 3 of us. That was a good one. John brought a little bass in there. That was sick. And guys, you can find me on Twitter at Dan Q Writes Thing. That's Dan Q Writes Thing.
Actually, Dan U Writes Thing. Once again, the Q has been erased from the alphabet. Thank you, John.
Yeah.
That dirty whore.
Dan Wigley.
Dan
Wigley.
Yeah, Noe's behind that as well too. So that's fun. He tweeted about that as well. So there's a lot of people coming for the letter Q, and it's bullshit, damn it. But guys, you can also find me on my website, which is what again, Sean?
That would be dumpsfordank.com. That's DUMPS, the number 4, DANQ.com. Soon to be dumpsfordanu.com. I'm going to register that one next.
Thanks, buddy. I appreciate that.
One day I'll remember what my website is. Actually, Sean, I still need your help to make my website.
Okay.
Yeah,
I have one somewhere, but
perfect.
I don't know.
And producer Sean, where can the folks find you, bud?
You can find me on Twitter at ShaceHoldu.
And what you having for dinner tonight?
We're gonna just roll the dice for dinner tonight. It's unclear this time. We're definitely not using the toaster. If you came up.
Not using the toaster at all, my friend. And Dina, what if the folks wanted to find all this cool merch that you have on? Like, where could they get it?
Ooh, dmiwpodcast.com/store.
Store. Nailed it.
Did I get it? Yes. Hell yeah.
Fuck
We
yeah,
have
Dina.
these earrings that you can buy and this cute beanie. Cute as fuck.
Yeah,
It's
guys,
beautiful that the first
Dina,
time
can I
that she remembers the website is when Daniel forgets the name of the show.
That's very
It all comes together. Circle of life.
The symbiotic relationship.
No, it's the ebb and flow, the balance, the yin and yang of the situation.
Yeah.
All right, guys, and on that note, we are out now that we've made it completely awkward and uncomfortable for everyone. We are out of here. Jazz hands.
Don't Make It Weird, hosted by Daniel Quigley and Dina Soros. Produced and edited by me, Sean Holden. Theme music by Amaria. You can find the video version of this show on our YouTube channel or the audio-only version wherever you download your podcasts. If you enjoyed the show, please like and subscribe. It's free to you and it helps us out a ton. Have a message for Dina or Daniel? Leave us a voicemail at 347-69-WEIRD and we'll listen to it on a future episode. Thanks for making it weird with us, and we'll see you next time.